We've already hit McDonald's. We've already hit In-N-Out. Literally, In-N-Out.
The coworkers.
We're In-N-Out every time.
We just can't seem to nail a Custer's.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey gang, want to let you know that Faraday are good buddies. They craft clothes that feel as good as a day at the beach. Started by twin brothers, not Randy and I, but Alex and Mike in 2013. The brand is now celebrating 10 years of what they're all about, making things that last, caring for people and the planet, and always spreading good vibes.
Sure, they're backed by their guarantee of quality. They stand behind everything they make 100%. Faraday is giving all Dumb People Town listeners an amazing deal. That's 20% off your order.
Head to FaradayBrand.com/DPT. Use the code DPT at checkout for 20% off your order. That's FAHERTY brand.com/DPT.
Thank you so much to our sponsor, Skylight Calendar. The Skylight Calendar is a super easy to set up and use calendar for your home.
It works by syncing events from already existing calendars that you have, including Google, Outlook, Apple calendars. You can also add events directly through the touch screen or with the free Skylight mobile app. And as a special limited time offer for our listeners, you get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight calendar when you go to skylightcal.com/DPT. So to get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight calendar, just go to skylightcal.com/DPT. That's skylightcal.com/DPT. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population Torres. Shane Torres.
Hi, my friend. Hi, Shane Torres.
Is it Shane Torres the third?
It is Shane Torres the fifth.
Oh, wow. So it's a long line of Shane Torres.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that real or a bit? It feels real.
This is how we get him to stay.
It's a conspiracy. We will reveal at
You
the
hate
end.
when your comedy friend says something that you're really interested in, but you don't know if you're an idiot.
But because they're so good. Because he's so good.
And also, you know when when you know you're about to say something interesting to your friend, and you have to tell them, you have to preempt and be like, "This is not a bit."
Not a bit.
Generally, tell them
If you're not in bit mode and you're like, you fucking know Ian Carmel's dad was a cage fighter?
yeah.
Wait, but like, Dan, don't you know that like your sneakiest and funniest comedy friends will say this is not a bit when they are about to do a bit? They will say that. You like, I can't trust you. I can't trust you at all. I'm so happy
be
you're
allergic
here.
to wings.
Dan, this.
But I'm like, does one of you have a cat? Because I can't be here.
You guys, I can't.
Allergic.
The best though is when you know it's a bit and you're with civilians and they're so awkward by the fact that like
They don't know.
They think you really did kick your own friend out of the bar.
Yeah, and I said, why don't you fuck it?
He's our friend. It's a bit we're doing anyway.
All right, Jay, you got a story?
Here's the
dumb?
beauty. So we have Shane here from New York. I'm very excited we have him here because the world is so dumb that we just need to make sense of it. And we have three stories.
Thankfully, it's funny.
3 stories that get sent to us by our awesome fans, and we will try and make sense of it. Jay, you have the first story.
I do.
Let's jump into it right now, and then we'll talk about Shane's awesome special at the top of the segment.
You guys are from St. Louis, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a St. Louis story for you.
Oh, snap. We'll do that at the top of segment
Speaking
2.
of
Let's do it. Okay. This is sent in by Carlene McDermott at She Be Carlene. Thank you. I'll do the headline.
She Be Carlene.
She Be Carlene is her handle. She sends great stories to us. She's out there.
That's her.
We have like our dumb stringers out there.
That's fucking
They're out there on dumb boots on the ground. Man claiming, and I won't tell you how much money he wants to get.
Good, Jay.
For back injury, posts pictures hanging upside down on zip wire. Okay. You can't sue people.
Wait, isn't that therapeutic?
It isn't.
Isn't that a thing? Isn't that the thing?
Traction is there. Have you
Yeah.
ever tried one of those, Shane? Where like
the upside down
The
deals?
upside down. It's like a
Like Michael
giant
Keaton?
cot that you flip upside down and then you're hanging.
How do you get
You're
back?
like strapped to it?
Strapped.
You're strapped to it.
It's Hannibal Lecter style.
Hannibal
strapped.
Lecter style. If
Flipped
you
it's upside down. It's called like the inversion technique or something like that.
You know, that's the thing too. They say like there's a time in your life, the last time you say let's pretend and like really mean it. You'll do it like again when you have kids, but like as for yourself, you never know the last time you're going to say let's pretend.
Yeah.
There also, you don't know the last time you're going to hang upside down for fun. Right?
As someone who's been curvy their whole life, it has never been fun for me to be
Right.
on my
You're
feet.
not
But
enough.
you
that is truly.
But I get so maybe
Like
yours
that-
ended at 5. Maybe at 5 was your last time.
If I'm being generous.
If we're being generous.
Yeah, like
Have you ever done it? Have you ever done a zip line?
No.
Have you?
What am I, one of
No,
these
but I
assholes outside of the
100%
Rio? Who wants
I
to
think
go
I'm
from
doing a
tower to
plug,
tower?
but I might be doing a show in Kauai next year.
You should, Dan.
And I love Kauai. I've been there a couple times, but I would 100% zip
With
line
your
if
back?
I go back.
So wait, so
Way to
have you
sneak
done
that
it?
in.
Never.
I love Kauai.
I have. You did a zip line? Has anybody parasailed as well? No. I parasailed and zip lined. Up in Tahoe, there is this great sort of high ropes course thing, and I was like, even though you're hooked into a thing, I was terrified to walk across this thing. But then you zip down, and you can like see the whole because it's up. You can like.
Is it fun when you're zipping?
Oh my god, it's the greatest thing in the world when
But
you're zipping.
walking across.
So you walk across, even like you walk. I'm nervous about heights and stuff. This was great because the more I did it, the better you got, and the more you're kind of like, well, if I just fall, you're just
when
hanging.
you're-
The more you do it, the better you. What do you do?
More comfortable you get. So like you walk across like super narrow things and there's ground on it's like wire walking at times. It's
I feel
crazy.
like when you tour with Burt, you guys haven't gotten into some weird shit that you're like, why am I
Is
doing
Burt
this?
like, come on, let's go do this?
We do plenty of weird.
Didn't you guys like you got in the third quarter of a Nebraska game? That's how crazy it is.
2 interceptions.
They're like, all right, who still has
We need an
eligibility?
undersized lineman.
Who has eligibility? Who has? We're
You
doing a
take
bit.
this guy.
But you guys have
He
done
has a
some
COVID
wild
year.
shit.
We do some wild shit, but like I for sure am the person in this party who's like, I think like I'm
gonna hold
I
you-
don't want
I'll
to be
hold your
the
stuff.
cliff jumper.
Yeah.
I don't want
And Burt will do it.
anything
Right.
that results in injury could like if I am laid up for 3 weeks, it'll be financially devastating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I did zip line. I zip lined in Vegas. I did the Fremont Street zip line.
So that's
Like and then like
Damn.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's
like
fun.
a white trash cover band is playing Heart Attack. or
Yes.
something.
she's my cherry pie.
And I'm like, it's fun.
Let's go to the Golden Horseshoe, play some craps.
Why do
Oh
you
my God,
always
look-
drag me here?
Oh my God, look at that divorce happening.
Someone set up an IV for me. All right, let's get into this.
Wait, so he says I have a back injury. He's
Then
claiming,
he's claiming he wants a big payout,
suing,
and we'll
yeah.
guess later what
but
that
he
is.
has pictures of him hanging upside
Over
down.
fake back injuries, was called out after he posted photos of himself hanging upside down from a zip wire on a holiday in Mexico. So, by the way, you can do it if you're. I'm saying this is bad. You should never try and defraud people out of money. That's awful.
Sure.
But if this guy is going to do it, you can go to the zip line. You
can
don't
take
post the
pictures.
photos. You can take pictures
So
of it.
stupid.
Don't post the photos.
I don't.
So stupid.
Wow.
Yeah.
How good was that photo, though? It had to be so good.
I'll show it to you.
To post
Are
it.
the-
You know what I
show
mean?
you.
Like,
Are these? I'll keep going because I'm gonna have a lot of questions.
Good.
Ask
all
him
right.
whenever you want.
His
Yeah.
name is Ferenc, Ferenc. Ferenc.
Yeah.
Ferenc.
Follow the bride.
Kieran
Frank and Gronk.
Frank and Gronk. Frank and
Ferenc?
Frank, which is
Ferenc?
basically just
Well,
Gronk.
he's basically just Gronk.
Kieran Novitz. Do you want to guess how old he is now?
Yeah,
let's guess how
54
he
years
is.
old.
Dan says 54. How old
I
is
think
he?
that's a young man's move.
Okay.
I'm gonna say mid 30s.
Guess
32.
age. 32.
32.
39.
That is early 30s.
39. 39. Get your answers in. One of you is kind of close. Ferenc Kirinovitz is 45 years old. There you go.
Oh.
Know better.
That is
He's also like, he's the type of guy who's like 45 and he's like, I wish I was retired.
PB Frank.
But
Like,
this is,
Frank.
we've talked about this. I had to have a
Shitty Carly.
conversation with my mother, and I said, Mom, you need to understand, whatever you say on Facebook, you are saying to a gymnasium full of people
That's right.
that you don't even know are in the room,
yes.
and you are inviting them to speak back to you.
That's right. Correct.
This dude is, even 45, this is too young, but he's doing that thing where he thinks, who's going to see it?
Right.
It's my thing.
my
Like, we
Facebook.
are used to, like, if you put it out there,
Yeah.
it's gone. He's too stupid.
You know who's going to see it? The insurance company that doesn't,
wanna
spend
pay
that
you.
is
money on
paying
your ass.
someone
that is
a salary
waiting-
to hunt down your shit.
Right, that is
Yeah.
waiting for you to screw up, waiting
my
for you to screw
gosh.
up to not pay you. Said he suffered whiplash injuries and a prolapsed disc. I wish it was an anus.
Me too.
When a car drove into the back of him on August 2016. Not denying that didn't happen or he didn't feel that way.
Okay.
So he claimed a certain amount of money that he wanted compensation for the injuries, which he said required surgery in 2019. But a judge found there was no way to link the whiplash and prolapsed disc connected to the car accident. So already they're like, it's not happening.
It's over.
He's from Lakenham, Norfolk, which I'm a guess because it is in pounds, so I'm guessing
Yeah.
this is England. Was found to have lied about the extent of his injuries and loss of earnings to the point of criminal dishonesty.
When you guys meet a dumb Englishman, are you just puzzled?
Yeah, because you're like, your accent says you're smarter than
Yeah,
you are.
okay, this is the dumb thing I feel like you probably covered before.
Unless it's like a super deep, like, ain't it right?
Like a cockney.
They got like a laborer's tone
Yeah,
for their voice.
you're like, this guy is definitely
Cockneyed,
you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Damian Rourke from Clyde & Co. LLP, who investigated the case.
I mean,
this guy's
that's
just lying in the weeds.
Born to be an investigator.
Thank
Maybe
you.
Damian Rourke.
Damian Rourke from Clyde.
Yeah.
From Clyde & Co. Trying to fake injuries over a prolonged period is much more difficult in today's connected world. It's what we're saying.
That's what we're
You
saying.
gotta
We
shut
all
that
know.
down.
With so much social media, CCTV, and the ability to easily take surveillance footage, whoa. Now this guy's...
Now you're stepping in line.
Now you're like, I lived in his backyard
the
for 6
ability
months.
to easily, go through his
Also,
garbage.
CCTV, like how much access do you have to closed circuit television? Like,
I mean, but he's talking about like if you do something somewhere and there's like a security camera from a business that catches you.
Or can they tap into your ring footage?
yeah,
Like if you have a ring, Dan.
I'll tell you, like my
You need a- you
information is
need a
out there
warrant.
for anyone to grab. Like,
I mean,
it's-
Well, maybe if they're saying part of the investigation to see.
Do
if
you know
he's
there's a
not-
whole genre on YouTube of people just scary ring cam videos?
Oh yeah,
Like people
Guys.
showing up to people's house in
did you see
middle
the one of the
night.
snake?
No.
There's this guy who just goes up to rings a doorbell, and a snake just comes down from like a rafter and just fucking like right on his face. No. Yeah.
Can't do that.
It's so hot, like
crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
What's
I
that?
call that a scare boner.
What's that snake's? What's that snake's problem? In a medical examination over a year later, in September 2017, Kieran Novitz alleged that the whiplash and a prolapse disc stopped him from working for 3 months. In 2016, he also alleged it stopped him from starting a new job and could not clean, garden, go to the gym, play football, or swim, or zip line. A private
couldn't
MRI.
zip line.
He didn't say he couldn't zip line.
That's his medical.
He
yeah.
didn't say he couldn't zip. So here it is: a private MRI in Budapest, Hungary. That's where you go in Europe when you want someone to like.
Dude,
that's should I get the MRI?
That is quite a
in
trip.
Lancashire? No.
Private
Get
MRI.
down-
I mean, are you
If I
guys?
pay for this international trip,
They recommended he
then
has
I can
neck
sue
surgery.
them.
But are you hip to how many people are going to Europe to get medical procedures?
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean,
is this a real thing?
real thing.
I guarantee
Nose
you.
jobs, huge hair transplant, like
Sex change operations in Sweden.
They're
Isn't
doing. Is that
still-
for real?
I don't know.
Oh, that
was
you
a
guys
big
keep
thing.
bitting me.
I'm
No,
sorry,
Dan,
Dan.
I think
isn't that a
it's
thing?
true.
Isn't that
I know. I'm biting.
No, no, Randy
hard.
said-
I'm biting hard.
I know, Dan. I think
In
that
the
is a thing.
70s,
that was a big thing.
I'm
She
going
went
to Sweden to
become.
No, but I mean, there are people. It's like I think all in. You can go to Turkey to get rhinoplasty. You're there for 2 weeks, flights, hotel, hospital, and procedure, and it's like $4K. Like $5K. I mean, it's $10K just to
Really?
do it in the States. Yes, and then a lot of men are going to.
Hold on, I can go to Turkey for 4K, get rhinoplasty.
Do you want it? Do you?
I don't want it, but I would like to see Turkey. I would
Yeah.
like to see some of the world.
Yeah.
I've
and
been
if it's
to
going to cost
Turkey.
me, I'm not even getting surgery, so I think we could knock that. That's a pretty big expense everywhere.
Yeah.
I might be able to get there for $1,500.
There's people doing their teeth. There's men doing, the
Hair.
That's not a transplant anymore, but like follicle replacement.
Yeah.
We have friends that have done that here in the States. I love that it's become such a thing that dudes are just like, yeah, I got my fucking.
It's
don't
cool
care
that
at
the
all.
ownership is there now.
Yes,
think.
I
Yeah.
tried to do it. I wasn't a candidate for it.
Why would
Really?
you need a candidate?
It was just the hair that they had to take from here. They were just afraid that it was thinning. And they were like, you could run into a deal where we do this and then you start losing it the other way, and then we have to. You would just go back to
So the
shaving your head
science
or
isn't
whatever.
perfect yet. It's
Yeah,
not- yeah.
The great. You remember 2013, 2014?
Yeah.
I can grow hair out to like you'd be like, that dude is not bald.
Yeah.
But it thins enough for me that I'm like, I'd rather just shave it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
is it
So
thin
what you said, the ownership of like men being like, I'm
Yeah.
either going to shave it and not care, or yes, I got hair restoration. But anyway, there's a lot of people going
Do you
overseas.
think like women are
for
like
that
a
stuff.
guy with real hair or fake hair? Do you think they?
I don't think they care.
I don't think a woman cares.
I mean, you can
don't
see it jiggles differently. The hair. That's like,
Yeah, when they jog. when you jog, it's a lot different.
it's firm on some guys.
don't get
It's
that
less
bounce.
firm
well,
on
like
other
really,
guys.
what it is it doesn't look natural to their body frame.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. But anyways, it is weird that he went to Hungary just for an MRI. I mean,
And if you have too much hair, it gives you back problems. All right. Clyde and Company, working on behalf of AXA UK, discovered social media posts painting a very different picture to that of the injured man. The post from a Mexico holiday in February
this dude's all over the place.
2019.
This is
6 months before his neck surgery. Dummy!
what? Say this again. I'm sorry, I missed a little bit.
So Clyde and Company
where this other guy works. It's
where
the
Damien Rourke
Pinkerton.
works.
PI really firm.
Pinkerton
right?
of this.
They worked on behalf of AXA UK, which is
The insurance company.
The insurance
This
company.
is when I need charts.
They discovered social media posts painting a very different picture of that injured man who was supposed to have, as decreed by this private MRI place in Budapest, Hungary, surgery in 2019 on his neck and back.
So 6 months before that.
6 months before his surgery, they saw him hanging upside down from a rope, zip lining and climbing ropes and ladders, which I don't think you can do.
Now, I was with him until the climbing ropes and ladders because I was like, if you're just hooked to something and you're flowing,
Weightlessness could
maybe
be
that doesn't
good.
hurt. I mean, I've dealt with a back injury, like the back half of
Dan,
this year.
you're going to love his response when he was confronted with the evidence in Norwich County Court, Norfolk, on February 6th of this year.
Okay.
His response was he was told he may not be able to engage in sports after the surgery, so he wants to enjoy them one last time.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks because
That's a little grifty. I like that.
What?
That's the lie you tell yourself.
Right.
That's the lie that tell yourself.
That's what you
to
tell your-
justify stealing.
That's what you tell your fiance when you're like, look, I had to have sex one time with the stripper before because after this, I'm not going to be
I
able
want
to
to
enjoy
know
it.
what I'm not going to be missing.
I'm going to rehab tomorrow. I need to
better
do
smoke
every
this
drug.
crack
right now.
I will preface this by saying you have to shut it down if you're in litigation to prove something. However, there could be a world where
Stop
he's
it,
like,
Daniel. No.
yeah, I went and did that. It hurt like fucking hell because it hurts to do this. But if I'm not going to be able to do it at all afterwards, I went and did it and like bit through the fucking pain and did it. But the problem is
Wouldn't the surgery make it possible?
Yeah, I did it, and it hurt. But what hurt more is when your carelessness as a company hired a
yes,
Exactly.
Who here hasn't?
By the way, it's or say
You're
like
pulling a Lionel Hutz kind of.
Lionel Hutz, I was going to say the other great lawyer that Phil Hartman played was the caveman, frozen caveman,
Unfrozen caveman
What do
lawyer.
I know? I'm just a caveman.
I don't know if little goblins got into your fax machine.
I don't understand your modern ziplining ways. Understand your ways.
God, God rest him. Yeah.
District Judge Jacqueline Raggett stated that there was no proof that
Judge
his injuries,
Raggett.
Judge Raggett stated there was no proof that his injuries and surgery were related to the 2016 accident. Judge Raggett ruled that the claim as fundamentally dishonest and was ordered to repay AXA UK their legal cost, estimated at a cost of what? In pounds. In pounds.
This is we're not guessing what he asked for.
We're not guessing what he asked for, but you're going to find out right now. We'll do that at the end. We're going to find out right now how much he
had
was
to
ordered
pay.
to pay.
£5,000.
£5,000?
35,000 pounds.
27,000.
How about 12,000 pounds?
There you go. Okay,
12,000.
it's still
I'll
a
take
lot of money. A lot of money.
It is a lot of money. Damien Rourke said it's important to realize that had he been successful, Mr. Kirinovic's crime would not have been victimless. Honest motorists around the country would ultimately have paid the cost of his fraud.
I mean, come on. Now
This
I'm
is a
like,
load
now
of
I'm on the
shit.
guy's
This is a way for
side.
you to hike up your fucking price.
right?
Now they're going to hike it up anyway. Everybody's
Yeah.
going to have to pay for this anyway.
Really, if this zip lining lunatic hadn't gotten $200,000, you wouldn't be paying an extra $8 a month.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. This 12,000 pounds that he repaid is now going to save everybody money.
I agree. Maybe that's the biggest crime that this guy did in this whole situation, which was make the insurance companies seem like a victim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, don't do that.
All you had to do is not post a fucking video.
Yeah, I'll show you the photos. You're going to love them. Chris Walsh, commercial claims director at AXA UK, said insurance fraud is a serious crime, which has significant consequences for fraudsters. And I'm going to show you all these pictures.
Oh my God,
of
I
this
can't
guy.
wait.
You're going to
So
love.
he's.
Oh, good hands.
Here it is.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's like.
Oh, my man.
I think he's like Usain Bolting.
Dude, yeah, you're not hurting.
You're fine.
No, man, he's
fine.
hot dogging is what he's
By the way,
doing.
okay,
Yeah.
Doing this.
By the way, when I said I went down a zip line, not in my wildest dreams would I ever hang upside down.
These pictures look like an ad for how successful back surgery can be. Right? This is all a flex.
Lumphira will
You
cure
can't
lower-
stand
yeah,
like
yeah.
that with a hurt
May
back.
cause death, diarrhea, and but
yeah,
it
it's
will
very-
enlarge. I mean, this dude is
This
like
also, he's like pretty fit
Yes.
looking. Yeah, you know, like
Remember
when you
how
have that
I
many
couldn't
straps on you? It's kind of pulling all your clothes over all your worst parts.
Like, I literally think there are friends in his life who are like, how's your insurance fraud thing going? Yeah. Like, they know it is
They know
for
that that's what he's
years.
doing.
Yeah.
And
You
like,
saw to get that money.
And he's the kind of person who would post that conversation on Twitter.
how's your insurance
He
fraud
posted,
thing
he
going?
posted
Oh,
that
I'm
on
still
his
working
face.
through that.
Still working through
Hey,
it.
you still pretending to be an orphan at Christmas to get socks? It's like,
All right, so I remember the number. Dan, don't look.
Okay.
How much did he ask for? What was his claim that he asked for in pounds
What do you think, Shane?
to help him?
I mean, considering the gall this man has had up to
the balls.
it's at least I'm somewhere in the million. I'm $1 million. I
million
think
pounds.
because he's so crazy. That's why.
Crazy $1 million guy. I say 350,000 pounds.
I'm gonna go 250,000 pounds.
All right, get your answers in. This is end of story 1, and then we'll get rolling into story 2. I think his strategy, you guys will be surprised to find out, was let me make it low and let me make it like something that won't make a quote unquote dent.
he just
He
wanted.
probably figured out what's the
He wanted a
most
new
I
fridge.
could.
Oh no, no!
22,000. Oh! 22,000.
And what does he have to
pounds.
pay back? 12.
12. So he lost 12, which is about $15,000, I think,
Yeah,
based
yeah.
on him.
Yeah,
Maybe he's got like a real gambler's
Like-
mindset of like, this is not what I'm not winning because I.
Yeah,
this is
actually,
what-
I'm up.
It was-
I'm actually
yeah,
up.
it's
I'm
like-
actually
if you
up
look
10.
at it like
Actually, I'm the bank says I'm down, and I'll have to talk to them
because
about
they
that.
should have charged me for that drink at the bar because that wasn't a gambling drink.
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm technically.
But if I do a
up right
slip and
now.
fall outside of the 7-Eleven,
and if you
I'm
don't-
right, I'm
I'm
right
back.
where I want to be.
If you
I'm
don't
back.
count the tips I've given out,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's just giving out tips. I'm actually up.
Plus,
I mean,
you know, staying at my folks'
like
place, I'm not paying rent. So
he
really,
shows
I
up
can
at
do
a
this.
party with like a fake cast on his arms. He walked in and he's like, "We're back, baby." Or he's like,
baby.
or he's like, I have been tipping at 14% for the
11
last of
years.
it. If you add up all that
All
1%,
of that,
I'm still
it's-
ahead.
Look,
10,000.
They don't come to my door when I order Grubhub, so I don't tip them.
Right.
Yeah. Like that's so. That's.
Hey, you
I
gonna-
know they're not coming up that stairs.
You leave it by the front gate.
And you're gonna tell me this Uber driver's gonna remember my face as many
No
times
way.
as he loops around?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. I love
He
it.
can
There
rate
you
me
go.
all he wants. I don't.
This
give a
hummus
shit.
is basically free.
Yeah.
These little things at Chipotle, I can take the hot sauces
Yes.
and build a regular
Dan,
hot
you
sauce.
can take them. You
I
can
know.
take them.
You can take them. All right, there you go. Story 1 down in the books. When we come back, we're going to hear about Shane's awesome special that you
Yeah,
guys
we
all
are.
have to check out.
And his podcast.
Which is right here on All Things Comedy. We'll do all that and then find out what we have going on right after break. It's Dumb People Town with Shane Torres.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back, everybody.
Before we get into what Shane has going on, we got to
Tell
let
it,
you
boys.
guys know. We'll let you know what's happening for us. Hey, end of the year or the beginning of the new year, we're going to be in Portland, Oregon at Helium on the 4th. And then on the 5th, we're going to be in Seattle at the Crocodile. In February, at the very beginning, we're going to be back in Denver at Comedy Works South. We were talking about this ahead of the show, one of our favorite clubs. Let's sell these shows out. We did so well there last time. We loved it so much. We have new material. It's going to be so much fun. That's great. And then on the 5th, we're going to do a very special Tag It at Largo, I believe. Hopefully, Judd Apatow will be on that show.
Nice.
Maybe John Mulaney. We'll see. It's going to be really fun. Tag It
hitters,
there.
hitters.
Heavy hitters. Zach Galifianakis, I think, will be on that show. Good times. That's it. Largo on the 5th.
great.
And then we're in Detroit at the beginning of March, and then Minneapolis at the beginning of April, and
Moon Tower
Moon
with you.
Tower with
Yeah.
you.
Nice.
We'll see
Shane
there.
Torres and hopefully
Shane's
Daniel.
amazing
supposed to
show.
announce that yet?
I mean, we're saying it. We're saying it. We don't give a shit. We're saying it. They said we could. I think we could announce, and then
You got a real Frank Kiranovitz with it.
yeah. Well,
I mean-
it's just on this podcast. Who's going to hear it? So good stuff all the way around. And then, hey, if this comes out before the very end of the year, we participated and wrote on the Kevin Hart, Kenan Thompson end of the year special on Peacock, which
And
we wrote
Daniel
a sketch for Dan to do. That he
makes
was
an appearance
amazing.
that he was so goddamn
so
funny.
Kevin Hart
That's
was
my
cracking
plug.
up so much. You were
Here's
great.
how you know Dan was great on the show. I walk out to go do like a pre-interview with Jim Cramer from Mad Money.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to the casting people from there. And they're like, that Dan Van Kirk is so great, isn't he? And I'm
And you were like, it's Daniel.
it's Daniel. Or whatever they said. And I was like, you're talking to someone who agrees. Like, I was like,
That's
no,
great.
Keep calling him Dan, because if Dan doesn't have somebody to correct, then he's not Dan.
Dan won't be
So just-
feeling alive.
I don't want him to get it the
Did
way
you say that
he
to Kevin
should.
Hart? It's
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Come
What's
on.
that?
It's Daniel.
I would.
Yeah.
You would.
Call him Little Kev.
Does he want to be called Little Kev?
I mean, he's
Not
got a
anymore.
show
They
called
used to
Little
go by
Kev.
Little Kev.
He is.
Little Kev.
He's as big as it gets. So anyway, it was super fun. That's going to be on Peacock on the 26th, but it's probably still going to be up for a long
it
time.
was so much fun.
So much
Thank
fun.
you guys for,
Hey, let's get
thinking
into
of
Shane special coming out now. People can watch it.
December 10th.
December 10th.
Mine YouTube channel and Burt Kreischer's YouTube channel. Burt and produced it.
Yes.
It's called The Blue-Eyed Mexican.
God damn it.
Yeah. I
So
really wanted
good.
something that would.
Pop?
It's based on Googleability. It's really like,
Sure, yeah.
Dude, the Blue-Eyed Mexican,
Great
I'm
title.
in. If I didn't know you, if I didn't know how funny you were and you're such a good stand-up, I'm in.
Thank you. Like, it's like, I thought, well, like, I'm from Texas. Willie Nelson is the redheaded stranger.
Yeah,
and
that's
my
right.
dream is to tour with him.
Oh,
so,
my God. Shit.
The redheaded stranger and the blue-eyed Mexican.
Come
right
on.
again.
Yeah.
That to me sounds like a movie that, like, in 1979, Robert Redford directed it.
Clint Eastwood killed someone.
Yeah. Blue-Eyed Mexican.
Paul Newman made a cameo. All right.
Yeah, but yeah, that, and then so that's what I'm here focusing. And
Yeah,
stuff.
man.
Right. Yeah, and I think I never think I do things right, but I think I made a good piece of work, and
I
I'm
can't
actually
wait,
proud
man.
to show it to people. So
Your material's so great. Your style is great.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
So best case is to go onto YouTube on Bert's channel.
We're
Or
gonna make
mine.
sure this
Or-
drops right after.
That would be
it's
great.
out.
So
we'll
just
make-
go to the channel, watch the special. It'll make you feel good just to watch
Share
the
it.
cover.
Share it.
Share it.
Comment
and
on the YouTube.
it's different. It's like we didn't do it in a theater, and we didn't do it.
Yeah, I was
We did it in
gonna
a little
ask where.
indie rock club.
Love it.
with
Where?
like in Brooklyn called the Sultan Room, and it used to be like the interesting thing about the venue is it used to be this supper club in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And they when it shut down, the guys who own this version of it now went to Wisconsin and bought the entire bar and moved it into Brooklyn.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And so
Dude.
like, and that they added like an indie rock venue into the back
Oh
of it.
man, I'm gonna be in New York next week. I'm gonna just go
Yeah?
see this place. Yeah.
Yeah, come by.
I would love to.
I'll get
dude.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, my roommate does the booking. That's how I could afford it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love it.
Like, I would love to not say that when my next special drops that I have a roommate. So please
Watch the goddamn
thing.
special.
Dude, I can't wait to see it.
I think
mean, the
people
shows
are
that we've
gonna-
done together.
Yeah, we have
Remember,
we were at Moon Tower together last year.
Yeah, remember how I brought you up?
Yeah, that's why I have that St. Louis story. I did it.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't pulled it again, but I
God.
can't remember who I.
Pete Davidson.
Oh yeah, no, this was way worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Burr produced a special, and part of the marketing we've been doing is like I plug it at the end of all this,
Huge
basketball arena shows.
Yeah, huge bird shows.
Yeah, and we were in St. Louis, and we played the Blues
Oh,
Arena.
the Scott
Savas-
Trade.
Yeah, yeah.
Scott
Savas
Trade Center or Savas Center.
whatever. It's
Huge.
15,000 people, and Sypha is
Love
hosting the
Sci-Fi.
show. He's the
I
best.
love him so much. I'll see him next week too.
And he goes, what do you want me to say when I bring you up? And I go, just tell him I'm Tom Segura. And
Why did you?
Why
do
would
that?
you?
Dude, he had me
Bro.
bring him up in Austin
Bro.
at Cap City as Pete Davidson, and I go, "You want me to sell it?" And you go, "Sell
Sell
the
it, fuck out of it. Dude,
So then
that's all you
I
gotta sell
sold
it once.
I sold it so people had their cameras out.
Oh yeah.
So now, but doing
And
this
then you come out and what do you say, guys?
because it's also very plausible.
yes,
Yes.
and some,
Of course.
Not
to them,
plausible to us.
them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Scheduling to us, we know how
As our good friend
non-plausible
Damien
that
Work
is.
would say, with the connected world we have now, you can
Oh,
find
no.
out where anyone
Shane,
is.
why,
Right. Okay.
dude? Why would you
I love
give
it.
yourself?
was
because
fun.
he likes digging out. He likes
likes
getting out
digging
there and
out of
having
it.
to dig out of
You
it.
like digging out?
I
of
got
stuff.
a little bit of a punishment vibe, I think. But
Yes.
I
So
said,
what
Sypha
happened?
looked at me and he goes, "You really want me to do this?" And Mark Smalls, who I love,
Loves Mark.
he goes, "No, I'm going to walk out with a note. I'll hand it to you."
No.
And
Guess who
and
showed
then-
up?
Yeah. And then
Oh
Sypha
my
does this,
God.
this kind of like, "Guess who's here?
No,
Are you
no.
serious?" And Mark goes, "Yeah, he's here." And
Oh my
Sypha like
God.
goes,
That's why I love
"Guys,
Mark.
he's official. He's the other
Official.
bear." And like all
Place
of them
goes crazy.
screaming nuts, like out of their fucking minds.
Oh my God.
And like he's like, I'm from your mom's house, and and he's like, "I need that St. Louis," and I'm behind the monitor, and literally this time I was like, they're so loud. I was like, this truly might have been the worst mistake.
Yeah.
Shane.
And I come out.
You're like eating the hottest chip in the world, and as it's going down, you're like, "Oh, that was a
This
mistake."
was dumb.
Yeah.
This was
This is like,
stupid.
I have diarrhea.
Both cases,
Just
you have
smelling it,
diarrhea.
I have diarrhea in both instances.
And I come out, and they're all like, 10% were like, "All right, that was pretty funny."
Right.
But
Yeah. 10% is not
as
nice.
soon as I got out, you can hear, like, I posted the footage of it the other day.
Yeah.
You can hear this woman just go, "Well, fuck you too."
Oh my God!
And
It's like the moment on
that's
Singled
Sherry
Out
for you.
Dan. It's the moment on Singled Out when the two people face each other. And you just see the disappointment on one of their
Yeah.
eyes. Just like
they were, and then I had to like, they were booing like, and I had to lean in and I like just made fun of the arch for
Yeah,
5 minutes.
yeah,
and
Oh
then-
my God. That's,
Yeah.
What can
It-
you do?
It felt good. The
It
real
felt
problem is
good.
that
It feels
if
good
it's the
because there's
biggest
no
audience of your career, the one thing they should know is your name.
Yeah.
So that
yeah.
it
Not
was
Tom Segura is what they call me now.
Yeah.
So.
That's so funny.
It
That is
was-
such a ballsy move.
So now from now on, when you get introduced on Bird Stories, you should have them say, "This next comic is not Tom Segura,
yeah.
but he is Shane Torres." I mean, you got to work that in.
That would be a very fun way to like get the stick in the. I remember the last part.
I'm so impressed that you. So, I think this is the type of thing that I think comedians, we're so precious about every moment and opportunity because opportunities are rare and fleeting and whatnot. I think we have to be a little more like, who gives a shit?
I want to enjoy it more. Like I don't know
Play
if you
loose.
guys,
Play loose. Play
Yeah.
loose.
Do you guys feel that way when you're like you have a big moment in comedy and you're like, and you look back at it like a day later, you're like, I didn't even enjoy it. I was too busy trying to nail it.
Right,
Like,
100%. Late night sets on television.
Oh,
Sets are just
that's
you
the
get
heart.
4 minutes. You get
Yeah.
4 minutes. And you're like, ooh, and it's like someone once told us. I forgot who.
And
it
you
was.
guys doing the
It's-
and like timing, and like
They have to wrap their heads around this seeing two people do it. They can't.
yeah, like
it
it's
takes
like
them
I come
3
out
minutes.
like it's a very traditional vehicle.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
we've seen
for
what
sure.
stand up looks like.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to have fun.
Who did
can't-
you said somebody said
Rick Fox was talking about, I think, Chris Paul, and was saying, why has Chris Paul not won a championship? And Rick Fox was like, you play golf? And we're like, yeah. He's like, how do you hold the golf club? And we're like this. And he's like, in your fingertips? Yeah. He's like, he holds it like this, and he's so tight, and it's so important for him in a way that
To get one that he's
that
nailed.
makes it that he's not having fun, he's not loose, and he's not enjoying
what
the moment.
you did just scrambled the whole thing.
It took the air out of the tension of having to do well.
created
now.
a new
it made-
tension.
New tension.
I'm not
different
going to do worse than that.
Right.
Like,
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, if
That's
you win
that is your first line. Well, we're at the bottom.
Only one way.
Well, let's see. I know
There's
who's going
the-
to have a better set than me. Everyone else.
There's the top of the arch.
Your
I gotta
opening
get up
line
there.
is "You're welcome, Bert."
You're welcome, Bert. Dude, that's amazing. I love
ballsy
Are you
and
guys ready to do
incredible.
story
Yeah, let's
two?
do story two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is wonderful.
Although that could have been
Shane, I'm
story
so
two.
glad you're here for it. Sent in by Douglas Roberts at Doug R25. I believe that's the first time. For
First
Doug.
time,
Good to meet
sender
ya.
inner. Thanks, bud.
Welcome to town. Here's the headline: Raunchy alcohol-fueled Taco Bell party included open sex. Lawsuit claims.
Is this a Taco Bell cantina?
Hold on.
Taco Bell cantina for sure.
Has to be a cantina.
Has to be
Raunchy. Hold on.
sex.
Ranchy.
Ranchy.
Alcohol-fueled Taco Bell party included open sex. Lawsuit claims. A former Los Angeles
That's a new way to make salsa, I guess. It is.
A former Los
This
this story is so perfect. A former Los Angeles area Taco Bell employee is suing the company and a franchise owner after she claims a Christmas party at the fast food restaurant descended into a drunken mess that included open sex.
To me, that is exactly what a Taco Bell Christmas party
What
should
Taco
do.
Bell has a Christmas party?
That's truly.
Corporate.
The
Taco
last
Bell-
No,
thing
this
I-
is just the location. This is one.
Dude, you better be you better be having sex on top of a mound
Have
of
you guys
Dorito
ever
taco
been
shells.
to a restaurant employee or bar employee Christmas party?
Yeah,
I have not. Have
I've
you?
been
Yes,
to so
you
many.
have.
They are.
Because I worked in restaurants and bars.
Yes,
They are
me too.
insane.
They are in fucking
Insane.
insane.
And they
a lo-
are restaurants are already. If you think comedy is incestuous,
Yes.
work in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like
Waiting is such a good movie.
yeah, in the sense that it is
yeah.
like accurate.
Yes.
Yes.
It's accurate.
Yes.
Yeah. It is the amount of waitresses I have had
Rob.
sex with that my friends have had sex with.
Yes.
That we've all had sex. This is like not a dog. Like
Not at all,
This is
because
just
all those waitresses are also going the
It's-
amount of waiters
That I-
I've and bartenders I've had sex with. It
yeah.
goes both ways.
It's like it's the city of Gomorrah with cheese sticks. It is fucking like,
Yes, and you know what happens a lot in L.A. Bars will trade. So, there was
not like employees to work the parties, not like
No,
No,
this-
they're like,
party-
these are our hottest waiters.
No,
Yeah,
the bar.
yeah, yeah.
A friend of mine worked at a bar in Brentwood, and so they did a Christmas party trade with Jones on Santa Monica.
Trade.
Oh, so like your
so they
party's
go
there.
there, and everything is free, and then
do
Jones
this
picks
Saturday,
a
we
date
do
to
the
go to
next
their
Saturday,
bar,
yeah.
and everything, and it's like a Monday or Tuesday,
That's
obviously.
great.
Yes, but it is
Man, it's like
insane.
Yeah.
right? Because they're like, you're working so hard, you're not making a ton of money. You're around other people having fun.
You've worked the
and you just
holidays,
have to
you've worked
sit
Friday,
there and
Saturday,
work.
now it's your
You're
turn.
ready to
And
rip.
if you work those parties, you clean up financially.
So much money.
Like, yeah, that's like That is
so much
your Christmas.
money.
That's your Christmas bonus.
Yes.
Nobody who's ever worked at a restaurant treats other restaurant workers like shit. They
No.
just know. They always
Yeah.
treat people with.
But this is a Taco Bell.
Jeez.
Wow.
Having a Christmas party.
Nobody
Barely
tips
a
it.
restaurant.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody tips at a
Can I
Taco
quote Jeff Tice's great joke about the Taco Bell cantina?
Yes. What
about
His
Jeff?
joke was, they serve alcohol at the Taco Bell cantina. He's like, you're not supposed to get drunk at a Taco Bell. You're supposed to drive drunk to a Taco Bell.
I've gotten drunk at a
Jeff
Chipotle.
Tice.
Simple, neat,
Simple,
clean,
neat,
word of
great.
college.
You ever do margarita at a Chipotle?
No.
I've gotten hammered at a Chipotle.
Come on, Dan.
Chicago. Come on.
I got shit faced and did comedy at an Applebee's.
That's
God.
I thought he was gonna say, you were like, "Do you ever do margaritas at a Chipotle?" And I thought Shane was gonna be like, "No, but I did heroin at a Houston's."
You ever bang H at a Ruby Tuesdays?
Alana Becciome filed her lawsuit last week in Los Angeles Superior Court. In the suit, she alleges that her supervisor invited her to the December 18th, 2022 party at the San Pedro Taco Bell at which she worked.
Okay.
She was encouraged to bring food for a potluck-style buffet, and her contribution was a bowl of guacamole.
There you go.
That's not enough.
Also, you're
is enough.
bringing sand to the beach.
Yeah, that's right. That's well put.
Maybe
Dan.
you're bringing the beach to sand.
I mean,
That's true, too. Yeah, hers is probably better.
Hers was authentic guacamole,
Yes.
not something
But still,
you
got a
shoot out of
tube,
a
you got
fire hose.
tube in the back. You
Yeah.
got a caulk gun of guacamole.
You're gonna tell me what you did is more efficient than what we?
Are you talking about the guac?
I'm just saying, if you're bringing guacamole to the Taco Bell Christmas party,
Yeah.
no matter what happens at the party, you aren't going to fit in.
No.
It isn't going to be
this
your
is-
party.
This is not a you shouldn't have been dressed that way kind
Right,
of thing.
right,
but
right.
this is pretty dumb.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
hey guys, guess what Alana brought? More
The
guac.
thing that's in all your shirts and you can't get out of the smell of your couch.
That's right.
Once she arrived, Becciome, quote, discovered that her supervisor covered the windows of the restaurant with wrapping paper.
Okay,
and
that's when you know, like, are we now in a cult?
And also covered the cameras for the lobby and the inside of the restaurant.
Okay,
this is where I'm like, this is the beginning of Blade.
This is like, are we now all going to cut our dicks off? What's happening?
Right.
Cover the cameras, cover the cameras, cover the
If
cameras.
you go in anywhere and you look around and the cameras are covered and you aren't part of why they are covered, like you didn't have a hand in that, leave.
Leave. Get out.
That's a very
Yeah.
This is
every
not
time.
your.
This is what Eyes Wide Shut should have been.
She claims her supervisor provided alcohol to staffers, several of whom were overserved. No shit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a Christmas party anywhere, and
It's at
you
a
work at
Taco
Taco
Bell
Bell.
cantina.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Or wherever.
not even. We haven't. I think it's just a straight up
Straight up
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell.
Oh, this is okay. This is not a can.
They brought the cantina to the regular
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell.
They turned it into a cantina.
Yes. Around midnight, after Becciome had stepped outside for a short time. Look, again, I don't want to victim blame.
No, but get
you've
out.
been there too long.
Yeah.
What? Leave.
This is the family that won't leave the haunted house. Get out.
This is also the thing of like, just can you imagine your Christmas party at work being interrupted by like drunk people just being like, "The fucking closed today." Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Like, just,
The amount of times-
people going through that had to feel so satisfying for
times
people
you
to like
heard the
drive through
door.
and be like,
Yeah.
or people just going through the drive-through screaming at it,
And the doors-
and they're like, "I don't have to answer today."
Doors rattling.
Yeah. We just
Or
want
you put-
Cine twists.
God, the worst.
So around
dessert
midnight-
in the history of fast food.
Ever.
We
It's
use your
just,
bathroom.
it's just cinnamon air.
Yeah.
Around midnight, after Becciome had stepped outside for a short time,
Okay.
she walked back into the restaurant and saw a coworker, quote, having sex with his wife in front of everyone at the party.
By the
she
way,
alleged.
his wife, I don't have. He loves her.
She loves him.
He loves her. And
It's the holidays.
Yes.
This was part of their
So
vows.
whoop-de do.
This was in their vows. To love you in sickness and health, and to have sex with you in front of everyone at a Taco Bell.
Yeah, like
Christmas party.
Till death
You
do we
tell me
part.
you haven't had sex at a fast food establishment
in front of your
Right.
coworkers. I
Right.
mean, come on.
They have
Come
like a
on.
little list, and they're
Maybe
like,
Alana's the
"Okay,
problem."
guys, we got a Burger King and a Wendy's, and then we're done." We've already hit McDonald's. We've already hit In-N-Out. Literally, In-N-Out.
The coworkers
Well, you're
wife.
in and out every time.
We just can't seem to nail a Custer's. Like we're never in New Hampshire. Like,
We got to go to Biscuitville, guys. We got to go to North Carolina, and then take it on down
This
to Bojangles.
would never happen at a Bojangles.
it's a fine establishment.
It's more jangles.
So she goes
than
in.
Bo.
Her coworker is having sex with his wife in front of everyone at the party. The coworker's wife, Becciome claims, was also kissing her female manager and another female coworker at the same time.
We call that overtime.
That's
Is
a
that
triple
what's wrong
stuffed
with
burrito, is what that is.
It's called marrying your
Can
ketchup.
I just say, I've never been in any Taco Bell where there were 3 employees. I wanted wanted to have sex with.
I mean,
Like, I'm whatever, man.
Sure, whatever.
But, like, maybe you know them, so maybe you get to know the person. But just on the carnal, like,
Right.
I want that.
Right.
The only thing I'm looking at in a Taco Bell is the menu.
Shocked.
listen, Dan, I'm fine with her having sex with her husband in front of everybody, even kissing the night manager and another person. I
Yes.
don't like the fact that she called one of the other employees her little gordita.
You didn't like that?
That's where I draw the line.
I'm just impressed we've gotten this far into the story and you haven't brought up Burning Man. That's
To me,
We're just like, these used to get a lot wilder, but now that we have breakfast, I have to be up
I mean,
early.
dude, the Christmas party at Taco Bell is so commercial now.
Yeah.
Man. It's
Yeah.
not like the
It's
orgy
not what it
dome.
used to be.
It's
We
not like
used
the
to shoot
orgy
guns.
dome at Burning Man.
We used to shoot
guns back in the day. man.
Okay, the coworker's wife says she was kissing two people at once while getting railed. Shocked, disgusted, and outraged.
Why
That's
outraged?
quotes. Beshiom alleges that she first ran out of the restaurant, but then had to go back inside to retrieve her guacamole bowl.
At this point, you leave
At
the
this
bowl.
point, people are like,
in the bowl
yes.
naked.
And she's like, can I just
get
need
this off your naked ass?
Yeah. I'll just
Spank me with this bowl on my butt.
Yeah, you can just move your testicles really quick. Only to find that her manager and the other coworker were involved in a sexual encounter. Oh, no, hold on. Only to find that her manager and the other coworker involved in the sexual encounter were now vomiting.
Oh God.
It got to be. One threw
Into
up in
the
the
bowl.
trash while the other one vomited into her guacamole bowl. I told you this story. This story starts with a bang and then it just keeps delivering.
So this would have been
This is the first 2 rounds of Hagler Hearns. Just throwing punches like lunatics and
Dan.
beating the shit out of
You got cameras covered, Christmas present windows, Taco Bell closed down, multiple sex partners,
This is like when I
guacamole.
watched Parasite and they show the water running down the steps.
Yes, this might
Of
not
course
be,
it was in the guacamole bowl.
This might not be the alcohol. This might be just the food at Taco Bell. Dan,
It might be her guacamole.
Dan, if any of us were there, I would. Any of us were there, and
would
then
love
you
to be
saw
there.
someone throw up in the guacamole bowl. Each of us would have made this exact joke. You'd be like, now it looks like Taco Bell guacamole.
Can I get some of that?
Thank
Wrap it up in a burrito.
Wrap
The
it-
cars are backing
Put
up.
it in a chalupa. We got to back up.
They're vomiting. She goes back in. They're vomiting into her guacamole bowl. Beshiom says she reported the incident to Taco Bell Human Resources.
Why?
They have one. And Alvarado Restaurant Group, the Colorado-based franchisee, the manager and other coworkers involved in the sexual encounter.
What's the franchise?
Alvarado Group.
Alvarado Restaurant Group, the Colorado-based franchisee.
I thought someone's name was El Dorado.
Why not?
Everyone in the Alvarado Restaurant Group in Colorado drives an El Dorado.
Yes. The
You are
manager
required
and the
by law.
coworkers involved in the sexual encounter were fired.
Sure.
After their termination, Beshiom alleges that
Where would you ever get another job like that?
those were the good old
Del
days.
Taco.
Long drag.
I remember that party.
After their termination, Beshiom alleges that she was threatened and had her car window shattered by someone associated with her former coworkers. This goes deep, guys. It's deep.
Dude, deep. You can't like ring the bell on these people. You can't blow
No.
the whistle on these
No.
people while they're blowing each other.
How lonely is your life if you take away a Taco Bell employee Christmas party and then you're
You got to eat
you're
that.
resulting to witness intimidation?
You got to eat that. Or you got to walk back in and be like, you puked in my bowl, you clean it out, you bring it to me, and I won't say a word to anyone.
Yeah.
Something like that. You can't call
Right, and
corporate
also
on
if
these
you do
people.
get fired, you can't then go, well, we should go fuck with that girl's car. Because what did you think would happen?
Yeah.
You rode the rail and you fell off on the wrong side.
Which store is this? Is it in Los Angeles?
Yes.
It's in San Pedro.
Down by Long
Down
Beach.
by Long Beach.
We
down
should
by,
all go.
I
Let's
know,
go.
dude.
We should go
wonder
and
if the
apply.
rap- I wonder if the
and
rap-
in our interview, be like, what's the Christmas party situation?
Look,
here?
we're in the season. Look, I wore a Santa hat. I'm a jolly guy.
I only want the job until December 24th. Tis the season of giving and receiving. Hello.
I don't need to be
Bell.
trained. I think I figured out how to throw shit in a tortilla.
Taco Bell and the franchisee, quote, did nothing about these threats. What do you want them to do about it? They already fired the people.
Dude, this is the best thing ever
And
to happen.
instead told her they were transferring her to a new location rather than disciplining the employees who threatened her.
Like she's a Catholic priest.
They don't know, they can't prove that they threatened her, so they're like, we don't want you to get fired. We don't want you to, if these people are bad, we're going to move you to
gonna help
another.
you out.
But in a positive way, move her,
You're
hopefully.
moving- yeah, we're going to take you to
you
Palos
don't know,
Verdes.
like-
Or move them, maybe.
yeah. I don't
But
know.
they
Move
can't
them.
prove this. Best
Why should her life be uprooted? She's not the.
She eventually quit and alleges that she, quote, has suffered actual, consequential, and incidental financial losses.
What?
And that Taco Bell violated anti-discrimination law. Everybody was getting to have sex. What are you talking about?
This is indiscriminate sex.
KTLA reached out to Taco Bell and the Alvarado Restaurant Group for comment. None was given.
Dang.
This is our 'Twas the Night Before
This
Christmas.
is the greatest.
This is Dumb People's Town the night before Christmas.
All through the house.
All through the Taco
and
Bell.
all through the guacamole bowl. No, it was the night before Christmas, and all through the bell, not a creature was stirring. Everyone was drunk as hell.
That's
there you go.
perfect.
Ooh.
There's
Good
that.
right
Yeah.
there.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Couldn't
that's story number
imagine
2.
the smell.
Story number 2. We have one more segment. It'll be a quick one. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what Dan's doing, and then we will take us on home with the great Shane Torres, whose special is called one more time.
The Blue-Eyed Mexican.
The Blue-Eyed
Whoever it is
Mexican.
on
You're
YouTube.
never gonna forget that. It's Dumb People Town with Shane Torres. We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound, there's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, I want to talk to you about our friends at Faraday. Not
Talk
a
about 'em.
day goes by that I don't wear a piece of Faraday clothing. Yesterday I was wearing their comfortable chinos that were so good with the drawstring. That was amazing. I'm wearing the sweatpants today.
feel great.
Dan, that was our gift to you one year.
Yeah.
We're like, you travel
A
all
Legend
the time, Dan.
sweater shirt.
Legend sweater shirt and Legend sweatpants.
Dude, they're nice. They got their button-ups. I got a nice short sleeve button-up that I rocked
Well, the
all
summertime
summer.
stuff, I have every flowered shirt that they own. And
I
all
have
that
the
stuff.
sweatshirt with the sun on it. I have the rugby shirt that I wear. All their stuff is great. And usually when I'm wearing a Faraday,
Someone
piece of
comes up to you.
They're like, "What is that? Where is that? How do I get that?"
The Doug Goodfeather stuff that they have, which is like the Native American print stuff, is just, I wear it on stage. I wear it when we do stuff on TV. I love it so much. They feel like a day at the beach.
They do.
Doesn't all of that stuff really does?
I mean, the Legend sweaters are really my favorite. I think I have 5 or 6 of those. The Legend sweater flannels.
Right.
So it looks like a flannel on the outside,
stretchy
but
like a
stretchy,
beautiful
and it
sweater.
feels comfortable. It's the best feeling in the world. They're great clothes to traveling. They're great clothes that look nice, but then
You know what
the
else I love?
dirty little secret is that you're actually comfortable, like you're in
and they're
sweats.
run by great people who actually care about their customers and care about the planet and just care about putting good things on good people.
And they
everybody
care
can
about
love.
you guys, because for our listeners and listeners of this show, Faraday is giving all Dumb People Town listeners an amazing deal, 20% off your order. Head to FaradayBrand.com/DPT. Use the code DPT at checkout. We really do love
It's a
this
holiday
stuff.
season. This is the time. Get gifts for people. Use the discount code, and you're all gold.
Here's what it is. FAHERTY brand.com/DPT. Hey, gang, it is crazy times, these times that we live in right now. We're all as busy as can be, and sometimes it's hard to organize all the things you're doing. You miss phone calls, you miss Zoom meetings because you're not organized. You're like, wait, this has happened to me so many times. We have so many things going on as comedians and podcasters and actors, all the things we have going on. I'm sure you're just as busy. You need a place, something that can sort of synthesize all the calendar events you get for holiday parties and meetings and all this stuff. You need one place for that.
Yeah, you do. And the Skylight Calendar is a smart touchscreen calendar and organizer for all your chores, groceries, and to-dos. It automatically syncs all of the different digital calendars and events that your family uses and shows them all together in one beautiful touchscreen display. Skylight Calendar is the best way to give your family peace of mind and to enjoy the things that matter most. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. If you don't love the Skylight Calendar, you'll receive a full refund. They offer a 120-day money-back guarantee and free returns. And when you put it in your personal life, you're probably not going to return it because you'll love it. Right?
You won't. It's improved my life, and it's helped our whole family get on the same page, which is so beautiful. First of all, really easy to sync other calendars to get on top of it. Really easy to use the free app to put events in. You can just touch the screen and put events in. It
They
sits
have
on.
a thing that says dinner planning grocery list, and it does a daily weather display or weather display based on where your event is taking place.
So you can check the weather on where you're going to be.
Right there on the calendar.
It's so good, and everybody has a color in my family that represents what they're
dope.
doing. My 9-year-old daughter loves to see how many things she has going. She likes to be in competition with her brother. She likes that sometimes she has more events than he does.
I love it.
I love it. It helps us all get on the same page. It's actually helped our relationship as a family because we know what we're doing.
We love to be organized, and for our special, as a special thing for our listeners, our offer for our listeners, you get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight Calendar when you go to skylightcal.com/DPT. That's $15 off your purchase of a Skylight Calendar. Just go to skylightcal.com/DPT. Dan.
That's SKYLIGHTCAL.com/DPT.
Stick around, make a sound, there's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, gang, welcome back. I'm going to take us home with one final story that is insanity.
Does Dan have any?
Daniel's got some stuff
I
happening.
do. December 15th, my movie Wine Club is out. You can watch it on streaming services. We're
going to make sure this drops right around that time.
That's
okay?
great. Go check it out. If you go to at Wine Club Movie, I believe, on Instagram, you can get an opportunity there to be at the screening, the first LA premiere, the first time I will watch it with a whole big group of people.
Amazing,
That's on January 17th. And then I am headlining. Yeah?
Yeah, I'll come hang out.
Yes?
Yeah, dude.
And
Shane will
then,
be there.
I would sincerely love that. December 14th, I'm headlining Cap City Comedy, so come on out to that. My buddy Pete Davidson might be there with me as well. Nice. And what else for me? Oh, I think I'm going to be doing a weekend in DC in February. Wow. But everything is up at danielvankirk.com because there's more Rose Gold tour dates being announced until I drop the special in probably April.
Thanks to all who
danielvankirk.com. Thanks to Green Ivy Creative, who helped me rebuild my website. They're a townie, and they heard this, and you should go check them out. Plug for them. Shout out to Green Ivy Creative.
All right, we got another story sent in by our good one, a great one, Carlene McDermott at
Double dipping.
She Carlene. Okay, here's the. I'm not going to give the amount, but this is the headline: Holiday Moans.
Holiday Moans. Holiday Moans.
Christmas vacation.
I booked a romantic certain amount of pounds holiday to Mexico, but it was ruined by porn on the hotel TV.
What?
How's that ruined?
Does this sound like something we did before?
This just happened to me. Do you want to guess which city?
Las Vegas.
No.
Portland?
St. Louis.
Oh.
I was in the hotel, and I'm sitting there sharing a room with Andrew Youngblood on the road.
And all of a sudden.
And I turn the channel, and it is straight up porn, and I don't do anything. And Andrew finally looks up. He's like, what is it? What is it? You ordered this? I go, no, I didn't order. He goes, you ordered this. There's no way this is on the TV. I go, dude, we're in St. Louis. This is on the TV, dude.
Local TV access.
We're in the Arch, baby.
All right.
It was full on.
This guy's name is...
People could still order pornography on...
I don't know. I didn't order
Why would
it.
you
Was
not?
just
There's so
on.
much free stuff on your computer.
You
This
sound a lot like that guy who had back problems.
tells me you don't have a laptop.
Oh,
All right.
I'll pay for my porn.
Frank Butler, not Frank, but Frank Butler. How old do you think Frank is?
70.
Frank Butler.
You said 70? How old
I
is
mean, there's
Frank?
no Frank Butler under 20, right?
Frank is a
Frank Butler.
Frank is a soldier's name.
There's a girl's a
From
Frankie.
World War
maybe.
II.
Frank cleans-
70? How old is
He's
he?
a plumber.
Frank Butler, and he's pissed, and he wants to sue, and he's mad about porn.
Yep.
66 years old.
Okay, what do you think?
I'm going to say first Gulf War age, whatever, like
80?
58.
58. Okay. All right. Frank Butler, you almost said it, Dan.
63 years old.
63 years
Yeah.
old.
Oh, I said 70.
Forked out a lot of money for a 2-week stay at a 5-star Mexican hotel with his girlfriend, Anne.
Bland?
60. No,
Egg?
Anne.
Egg?
Nope. Whenever he switched on the telly, he was confronted by disgusting sex acts and hardcore romps. Dan, this is your thing.
How much TV are you watching on a trip to Mexico, you loser?
You walk in.
It's a romantic getaway, right?
I'm gonna
let it be the
I'm gonna read
Hotel
the
sex.
Learn something.
I'm gonna read the next phrase, and you're gonna be like, I've never heard this before in my entire life when describing someone's profession that he formerly had.
Okay.
The former submarine engineer. What?
Wow.
Was he in charge of the submersible?
Right,
That went
said
down?
we-
No, this is Navy,
Right.
and that is
Former
a lot of security clearance to
so
be on a...
said we got there and the hotel was fine. The food was a bit bland.
Anne?
Wait, why are we bringing this up when it's a porn?
It was Anne?
It was 3 days in, and I decided to turn on the TV to watch the news. Yeah, right. He recalled after accessing the menu, when we clicked it on the TV, it went straight to porn. It was full on. I thought, oh my God, that is disgusting.
Chill out.
Right?
Hey, I have a big solution for this. It's very hard to do, and I feel bad telling him this because it takes too much effort. He's 63. Turn the channel.
Turn it off.
I also feel like this guy is not a former submarine engineer already.
Yeah,
like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a Frank Dukes level of lying.
By the way,
Like,
maybe
yeah.
this is the way they do the news in Mexico.
Right.
Like,
We don't know.
Yeah, it's like you're acting it out.
The
Like,
naked news?
The naked news are like things in Oaxaca are fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He even filmed the turning on process so that he could later masturbate to it. No, I'm sorry. To prove to others that he did not select the smut himself.
That's so funny because I filmed it too. In St.
He
Louis.
filmed. What if
I really did.
What if the only way you could get off is to film This guy filming the. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He said, "Can you imagine if I
It's like
took
a
my
barbershop mirror that keeps going and going.
So he said, "Can you imagine if I took my partner's mom here, who is how old? How old's the partner's mom?
Partner's mom.
The mom.
86.
Yeah,
86.
91.
91. What do you think?
I'm saying like 86 too.
Okay, 83 years old.
Okay, we're there.
Doing it.
Hold on.
And wanted to watch the news, and that came up. Now, he says this. He kind of goes a little twitch, a little turn. This is such a great quote. Don't get me wrong. I worked with blokes in the dockyards for 40 years. So now he's trying to do his
Season 2 of The Wire.
I've seen it all myself.
Have you?
Have you seen it all?
If you've seen it all yourself, why did this bother you?
So what did...
He's trying to get money off.
He's
Dan.
like, but it ruined my
the
holiday.
five-star
I don't
hotel.
want to go to a 5-star and be confronted with that.
Why not?
Just
Stay in your house.
stay in your house. Stay in
The
your
extra
house.
star is a
porn.
porn star.
That's it. Hey, so if you go, that's,
I love that was the final. I don't want to be
I don't
confronted
wanna
with
be
that.
confronted with
End
this.
the article
by the way,
there.
I've seen everything that a man could do with an
On
anchor.
the
So he's not.
docks.
Is he suing them? No, he's.
Oh, you
no.
didn't say the number at the top.
Oh yeah. He's not suing, but he just complained about it.
How much? No, but it was how much money.
How much
spent?
did he spend in pounds
Did he
on the
piss
hotel?
off about it?
On the hotel.
I know that I'm a very sexually liberal person. I feel like we all are. We're like, do your thing, don't hurt anybody, be nice, make sure it's consensual, and have fun. But that amount of how much money? You'd be pissed. 2,000 pounds.
2,000 pounds. What do you think?
For how many days?
Couple days, 3 days.
2,500 pounds.
What do you think?
It's a 5-star Mexican hotel. 800.
4,500.
Okay.
I think it needs to be enough for him to be
Get
upset
your
about.
answers in, townies. Blue-eyed Mexican. He's right here, and watch the special. It's out. Daniel, come see the Wine Club, which comes out on the 17th.
15th. but yes,
15th.
thank you.
Sorry, 15th.
No, I love it.
15th. I love you guys. Thank you.
Go
We
see
love
the
all of
Sklars.
our townies. You guys
Tag
are
it.
the best. As we enter this holiday season, I will say that Frank Butler, 63-year-old Frank Butler, spent 5,000 pounds on
Wait,
this.
Torres,
right in the house.
Torres. You're going to
There
the
you go.
showcase.
How much fun is this show, buddy? I love it.
I have a fucking blast here.
It's
I swear
the
a lot.
best.
I'm realizing how
I
much
don't
more I
care,
swear than
man.
you guys.
Dude, you're the
Oh,
best. I
shit.
love that you're here on the show.
Thank
Shane
you guys
Torres,
so
friend
much.
of the family, and oh shit, we got to get back to work, guys.
Bye.
Boom.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.